The organization Undoing Tax Abuse and the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation are demanding former President Jacob Zuma not be allowed to undermine the country's courts. The Constitutional Court ordered Zuma to continue his testimony at the State Capture Commission, a ruling he continues to ignore. Now, Zuma claims his party left him in the lurch as well regarding his appearance. Wayne Duvenage, CEO of the organization Undoing Tax Abuse, joins us now live. So, Wayne, you, of course, were part of a group that was protesting to defend our democracy. Tell us more about this initiative and whether you actually think it's going to have any impact.
Yes, thanks a lot. Look, it's very important that the narrative of what defending our democracy means is put out there. And so a number of leaders and organizations came together just over a month or so ago to talk about this. How do we drive this narrative? How do we get people to become more aware of what it means to defend our democracy? And I guess like we saw in the past with Future SA and Save SA, these are initiatives that are intended to enlighten the public as to their role in this regard. And that's really what this is about. And Ahmed Kathrada is one of the organizations in eNCA that have supported this initiative. And so we're taking to mobilizing, to getting people onto the streets to realize what it is that we're talking about. And it does stem from this issue related to Jacob Zuma, but it goes way beyond that, where people feel that they're above the law, that they don't have to abide by the court's rulings, and we believe that that is a precarious and very dangerous place for society to be in.
So the message here is pretty clear, isn't it? It is that attacks on the judiciary and the Constitution will not be tolerated. But
Absolutely.
That verbal message, do you think it's going to deter anyone or stop anyone from trying to challenge anything that they want within the judicial system? Because Jacob Zuma is honestly not going to listen to defend our democracy.
Yeah, maybe not, but the pressure's on, the heat is on, and when this discussion happens, when these debates happen in society, more and more awareness of what the issue is brought to the fore. So it's good to have the discussions, have the debates out there so that people can be well informed as to what do we mean by defending our democracy. So yes, of course, they're going to be individuals who believe they don't have to be part of our society and the laws of our society, but they're going to feel the pressure of society. They're going to be watching the news. They're going to be seeing this pressure. And while they might fob it off and while they might put their blinkers on, it does raise the pressure against them, and it raises the pressure against the people who support individuals who behave like this.
Yeah, and you're of course asking ordinary South Africans who will obviously not always come out and protest, but to take a stand, whether it's on social media or among each other in groups when they chat to each other when it comes to corruption within the system and people trying to do damage against the Constitution, right?
Absolutely. It's about all aspects of getting the narrative out there and talking about being a collective as society to defend our democracy, and what does that really mean? And so we got to keep this conversation going, not just until Jacob Zuma is held accountable, but ongoingly, because this is not going to go away tomorrow. This is going to raise its head ongoingly, and we need society to become stronger and stronger, for all sectors of society to have these discussions so that we all get onto the same page as what do we mean by this.
You've obviously pinned this on Jacob Zuma challenging the Zondo Commission and then defying a constitutional court order. What would you say to some people who believe this group has a political agenda?
They probably do, and that's fine. But if they want to go about their political agendas in a populist fashion, so be it. Hopefully, the public are wise to that as a result of the conversations that we have around defending our democracy and ignore the populist action that is being taken by some individuals who are turning this into a political matter.
And outside the protests and messages to the public, Wayne, have you spoken to the Justice Ministry, government as a whole, about your concerns?
I think we speak to them on many platforms, and in this specific one, yes, not myself personally or Arta, but the various elements within the grouping. We've most definitely brought this matter to the various authorities' attention, so that they are very aware of what is going on in this space.